was behind the kind of success of the defense in the red zone in the second half and holding them to field goals instead of touchdowns?
That's really our identity in the red zone as a defense. That's something we live off of, being a good red zone team. So that's basically how we play in the red zone. We don't really give up touchdowns. We try not to, but we try to force field goals. So that's our strategy.
So I saw a couple times on third downs where it looked like you guys wanted to stay on the field and without taking a timeout. I noticed coaches had to take a timeout a couple of times. As a player, does that frustrate you at all? Because you guys might have been in a rhythm. It looked like a couple of those right before those third downs.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, but it's something that we can't control. A part of that was their tempo and us getting the call in on time, and us lining up to it. So it's some of that is out of our control. The coaches chose to call a timeout, which was best for us. So I guess that was best for that situation.
Gumbo Gaskins had not played in a college game before today. That's a tough situation to get thrown into, but it seemed like he played well. What do you think of how he did?
Oh yeah, I love Gumbo. He was on the same side as me today, and when it was his turn, when his number was called, I told him it's this your moment. And you gotta play. You done trained it, and it's nothing that you should be worried about. No fear. So he went out there and played, and I'm very proud of Gumbo for how he played and how he stepped up for Trudell Berry. So very very proud of him.
All the attrition, injuries, moving pieces. How difficult has this been defensively to get a cohesive group and you have so many moving pieces?
Injury is a part of the game, but a part of it is the next man up. So that's why we train. That's why everybody is held accountable to know the same stuff, and because whenever their number is called, they have to be ready. So, like I said, injuries are a part of the game. Like I was out last week, and I'm back this week. So, I'm grateful for that. But we're gonna take this bye week to get back healthy and use that to our advantage. So.
Speaking of the bye week, obviously recovery a huge importance of this next week, but also how much of an opportunity could it be for this team going into bye regrouping and turning a corner afterwards?
Yeah, this bye week is going to be very big for us because, like you said, we got the injuries and the recovery and the performance that we put on today wasn't good enough, but it is something that we can build off of going to the last stretch of the four games that we got left. So I feel like this bye week is an opportunity for us to get a step ahead on Ole Miss and get dialed into their game, our game plan against them, and at the same time get healthy and get everybody back so we can be at full strength.
Did anything change for you guys schematically on defense when Brock Towers left the game with his injury?
Yeah, a little like some of the matchup issues that we had. Well, not issues, but the matchup that we had for Brock. I was supposed to be on him, but whenever he got hurt, they switched my matchup to like number 7. So that's one example that that happened whenever he left the game. So.
You guys forced 2 turnovers today. How much of a boost is that for you guys when that happens?
I mean, that's big. Our design is to cause turnovers, cause havoc plays, and set the offense up to where they can score points in good position. So I'm proud of our defense and how we played, but it still wasn't good enough. But those 2 turnovers were very big and very critical in the game.
What do you make of CJ Taylor's performance today, and how important is he for you guys?
CJ is a dog. There's nothing else to say. He's a dog. He's a playmaker. He makes plays. So playmakers make plays. So yeah.
Has he been playing through some stuff? Like he it seems like you see him limping around and he grabs his helmet and goes back out on the field. I mean, pretty tough guy, I would imagine, the way he's played this year.
Yeah, he's tough, but at the same time, like we all banged up at this point. It's week 8, so I mean, can't blame him for being banged up in week 8. So we just gotta take this bye week. So.
How do you think the 2 weeks off will help your hip?
My hip is fine. Yeah, so I'm all good. But I'm gonna take this week to get my body right, get my body back, get my legs back, and get ahead on Ole Miss like I said earlier. So.
Anything else, guys? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.